Welcome to week 10 of the official ARCA iRacing series, and this week, you'll be doing battle at the Daytona International Speedway for 20 laps. For qualifying this week, you'll want to prioritize keeping your tires as cool as possible. With cooler tires, you'll deal with less rolling resistance, and with less rolling resistance, you'll reach higher top speeds down the straightaways. Shift into 4th gear and slowly pull out of the pit lane, easing onto the throttle as you reach 101 miles per hour. By running 101 and nothing less, you'll avoid triggering iRacing's qualifying scrutiny, and you'll be able to keep your tire temperatures down until you ease further onto the gas in turns 3 and 4 of your warm-up lap. Your left side tires between the outside seam and the dotted white lines as you build speed through your first lap. Keep the wheels steady and keep the car away from the wall, as running too high would dump air on your spoiler and cost you momentum as you come around to take your hot lap. As you run the car against the yellow line in the tri-oval, you want to allow the car to track out to the center on exit. In doing so, not only will you avoid scrubbing off speed by giving it more wheel, but you'll also be able to make use of the banking. This will be the case through every corner. Slowly point the car down the track as you enter turn 1. Run through the corner, keeping your wheel as steady as you can, and as you exit, keep your wheel angle consistent and slowly open it back up as the car tracks up. Enjoy the extra speed down the backstretch as you slowly point the car back down towards the banking in turn 3. Run as closely as you can within reason, keep your input smooth, and allow the car to arc out slightly as you exit turn 4. Once you get the car pointed out of the turn, slowly bring it down to the apron and shorten your distance to the finish line, but be careful. If you clip the grass too much, it will give you a 1x and invalidate your lap. Let's take another look at that lap. Once the race rolls around, the initial advantage will go to whichever lane coordinates a better start. In this case, the outside did a better job lining up, and as a result, they were able to surge ahead at the beginning. As the inside builds strength, it'll become the ideal lane, but with the right cars in the middle and outside lanes, they can compensate for the additional distance. One of the biggest ongoing issues with this car is its sensitivity to contact. You'll notice that I give the 34 a small tap when he comes down. This gave me a 4x and staggered the inside line as a result. It also frustrated me, so I decided against helping him and rolled out of the throttle. This bogged down the inside line and allowed the top to roll several car lengths ahead of us. That just goes to show how vital cooperation is with this draft model. Speaking of the draft model, if the race becomes single file around the inside, which I have seen happen more often than not, it will become difficult to get a run going unless you have people to help you. If you get a run on the car ahead of you and pull out of line, you will only have a couple seconds to capitalize on your run before you get hit by a wall of air. In such a situation, the side draft can only get you so far. If you want to make guaranteed progress, you'll need help, and competent help at that. The worst thing you can do for your line is insist on leading it when you can't hold your wheel steady. Through the corners and straightaways, you'll want to demonstrate the same finesse as what got you to the front in qualifying. Dig your elbow into your ribs if you have to, as weaving back and forth will give your pusher a hard time centering their bumper to yours, and may wreck you as a result. If you can hold a pretty wheel, understand the consequences of the moves you make, and throw in a little bit of luck, you'll find yourself fighting for the win as the race winds down. Good luck.